Good morning, everyone. How are you? Oh, so good. I'm Abby Hagyard, she said, looking away from the camera. I'm Abby Hagyard. I look down because there's a thing I click that allows me to see your comments. And it says, "Hi, everyone. Welcome back." So I feel like I'm still connected, but I'm not. You can take the girl out of the studio. So it was a pretty amazing week so far. Monday, I got on my side of the table, and we're going to talk about yours and ours in a second. So on Monday, I got to do something I haven't done in a very long time, in far too long. I got to go and sit in a recording studio with just the most fabulous tech people, talented voice, sound, recording, music, machines, everything, and record a children's book for a client I hadn't met before, who is also a talented musician and songwriter and whatnot, and author. And then in the middle of it all, the studio producer's wife, who is incredibly talented as an artist and everything, showed me drawings of a prototype for a marionette character and a wonderful story that took place out where they live, Navan, Ontario, just east of Ottawa, south of Ottawa. And she said I drew the prototype, and I'd done it, and I was looking at it, and I thought, oh, I've drawn Abby. And then she showed it to her husband, who said, oh, God. So when I got there, she told me the story, and then she showed it to me, and I was like, whoa. So apparently, I auditioned inside her head in absentia for the role of voicing my character in the near future. Too fun. So this is partly what I want to say. Good morning, Matthew. Good morning, you, my amazing TV son. How are you? Gosh, it's been a long time. So we're looming in on Easter weekend. All things painted eggs and all things gatherings together of people for all sorts of reasons. Today, however, we're jumping the gun and we're gathering together, and LinkedIn. What does this say? Hang on a second here. Hello there. I'm driving, so you are on my radio via phone. Love listening and learning through you. Well, LinkedIn user, thank you. Keep your eyes on the road and just let me be in your ear. How wonderful. This is amazing. So it's a funny thing. I used to work in radio, morning drive, which is a thing. You have to get up at what time is it? And you don't know who's listening, and you don't know who you're impacting. And you have no idea until the ratings come out, or you bump into people on the street, just like this. And good morning, Eddie. Oh my gosh, the gang's all here. The gang is all here. And it's so interesting to realize after the fact that you have been in someone's thoughts, that you have somehow managed to get in there and help them move their furniture around inside their heads. It is a surprise. And I think for a lot of us, when we have our slightly sad days and we're not sure, that we're making a difference or all the effort is worth it, it actually is, because something like this happens, and it's amazing. I mean, I had no clue. I've got LinkedIn user listening. Wow. So I want to ask you, LinkedIn user, because you are one of my key audiences, I should do a live event, right? We should set something up. There should be a way that I could actually meet these LinkedIn people. We could actually link in. Wouldn't that be cool? You let me know. You know how to reach me. So, in fact, all of us, I can do a live event. I don't mean live this way. I mean an in-person event, as long as the logistics and the geography permit, right? And at the live event, with a live interacting audience, we can have the camera, so we're still broadcasting. I mean, this is all doable. But I just think that connection makes something happen, don't you? So anyway, on this second day of birthday month, I didn't really know how I was going to tackle this. I kind of let it sort of float around in my head for a while, and I put up a sort of a token, this is what I'm going to say. But then when I was going to bed last night, I thought, you know what? When you choose that something is within your grasp, when you decide that this is where you are, where you feel right. And oh, thank you, Matthew, you're fabulous. That everything is possible. You can hit a wall and fall down and get back up and say, well, that was, there was a moment. Did anybody see? Oh, good, everybody saw it. Great. Oh, there we are. Hi. Now then, where was I? And does anybody have liniment? what what I think is missing for a lot of us, and I want to talk about this on a serious note, and I promise you I'll get back into birthday stuff. I was reading something very powerful yesterday, and it's funny how it dovetails into a stand-up comedy routine I used to do many years ago when I thought that might be an idea. It's not an idea for me. And I was talking about weight loss. And I was talking about workouts and fitness and diet and so on. And I said, what I was in search for was a lot better form and a lot less substance. And, and that struck a note with a lot of people in the room because they laughed a lot harder than that was funny. And then yesterday, as I was reading this very cool, interesting piece, and then I saw three more because, of course, the algorithm and also our cognitive bias, right? Cognitive bias, for those of us who missed school that day, it's when you are focusing on something and it's in your full perception and all of a sudden everything around you seems to be related to it, right? It's our own personal internal algorithm. You're thinking of buying a red car. You know what? I'm going to buy a red car. That'll be standing out. And the next thing you know, you're driving around and every third car is a red car. Well, it isn't today that every third car, it's just you weren't paying attention and you weren't focusing on it. And your filter wasn't showing you all the red cars, right? So I'm going to talk to you about technology in the big picture, while within the big picture, of course, are all the small pictures. And one of the small pictures is artificial intelligence. And here's what I want to talk to you about regarding the big picture, okay? It is possible to observe form. It is possible to imitate, to mimic, to mirror form. That is, in fact, how we learn everything as children. We mirror, we mimic, we imitate the caregiver who is showing us how to get the food onto the spoon, off the plate, and into the mouth, how to tie the shoes, how to not fall down the stairs. We learn that way. At some point, we shift from learning to imitate and to perfection, and we begin to originate. We begin to absolutely come to Canada. I am Canada. I'm in Ottawa, Canada, LinkedIn. I'm as Canada as it gets. And so where the difference happens is when we transition from copying, observing, and doing our best to replicate and then pull together all the information we can to keep recreating those patterns we see and originating old expressions from whole cloth, from scratch, with no previous work done, original, weapon of mass construction, clean page. Nothing there as a previous blueprint. Nothing there working from. Completely beginning fresh, originating within. This is not what technology does. Technology provides us the tools and the processes and the systems with which we can originate more quickly, more efficiently. But the initial originating idea, the concept, comes from within us. If we ask for input from other human beings, we are asking for input that is from our own internal original knowledge base, not what we've heard, not what we've read, not what we've seen, not what our thoughts have become beliefs based on what we were told by someone else, but firsthand originate from within. That is human. That is our superpower. That is our innate difference. And while you can take a thing, add a thing, build onto a pattern, create something of many blocks, it's not new. It's not original. And in order to create original, you need to go to that source. And that source is human. The difference between technology and its techniques and its tools and whatever names we give it and whatever processes and systems it enables and activates and elevates and fast tracks, it has to be a collaboration. And we must remember that both sides contribute. The talk that one will overtake the other is very nearsighted. If I am not fast at doing something, if I'm not quick and efficient at doing something, and someone else is quick and efficient at doing something, if there is some way that is quicker and more efficient, then I'm investing my time unwisely trying to compete on that level. You know, Henry Ford, who put together the concept of the American version of the automobile and the lifestyle of the automobile owner. And he's famously known for saying that if he had asked people what they wanted, they would have said faster horses. What he gave opportunity to was the concept of faster motion. It was called horsepower. So in a sense, we got what we wanted. He did it his way. Many people had come up with prototypes of automobiles. Many still work. Many are still in existence. What Henry Ford created was not only his version of the concept, his unique way of looking at the concept, he also came up with his version of the most efficient way to creatively create, build, replicate on demand, inexpensively, without compromising quality. It was those original ideas in Henry Ford that led to the benefits that we have achieved, that we have received. All of the individual processes and systems that were in place for other purposes. It was his creative fingerprint that said, and if we do it this way, we have something totally different. Was it a pattern? Yes. Was it a process? Yes. Was it a system? Yes. What was it doing? It was putting things together in an original way that no one had seen before. And this is where we forget that everything is possible in birthday month. If we remember that birthday month represents our beginnings, and we can begin again every day. I choose birthday month. I call it birthday month because it's April and that happens to be my birthday. I choose it because in the old calendars, April was the first month. Yeah, all of our friends who were born in February and March, they are bringing up the end of the year valiantly and gallantly. And April is saying, we're here. We are spring. We are the beginnings of things that are happening. And birthday month, if we choose, is when everything is possible. So I make a list every day. I'm only allowed to make a list of 5 things, because if it's any more than 5 things, it's not a to-do list, it's a wish list. And that can go on forever. So my to-do list for today is also the list I wrote yesterday for this month. And it's only 5 things. They're very important to me. And they have been important to me for many months now. And I have said, this is birthday month. This is when it truly begins. This is when the feet and the boots are on the ground. And this is when we are off and running to the races. So let's all take a small moment, warm the throat. And talk about how we prioritize us. There's a very famous story of a group of native islanders during the Second World War. On their remote island, military troops gathered. They built runways for airplanes. Airplanes landed and took off. They had radio equipment and they signaled to each other. And they were there in uniform. And they were there for the last months of the war. And the natives were fascinated by what was going on. And sometime later, when people went back, they discovered something remarkable. The natives had built replicas of everything they saw going on around them. They had built runways. They'd used coconut shells. They had built airplanes out of bamboo. They had laid bamboo along the runways. They had built headsets out of coconut shells. They had recreated everything they saw the soldiers doing. And every day they would go out there and they would do what they had seen the soldiers doing day after day after day. And it puzzled them, it frustrated them, because no airplanes landed. No one came, because they didn't understand that while they had copied it to perfection, and it's quite remarkable to see, if you look them up, it's quite remarkable to see that they had replicated everything down to the finest detail, because they wanted to experience the activity that had suddenly been happening around them. And they felt that they had everything they needed to make that happen, except they didn't understand how it worked. They didn't understand what the various forms were really meant to do, what was inside the heads and the minds of that technology, what was going on behind the scenes, how much work had gone into creating all of that mechanism, all of that manufactured tool, all of those finished products, all of those people with the training, each one of them bringing an individual idea to the table. Those islanders had gone as far as they could go and could probably, till the end of time, build more. But without the magic nugget of knowledge, true, innate, original knowledge, that was as far as they could go. And I don't think I can say this enough, although I'm not going to keep saying it today, because after that you say, oh, she's on a broken record thing. I want us in birthday month to take a deep breath in. Good morning, Miss Maggie. And let it out. And what I want you to be able to do, hang on just a second, I've got one of those little glitchy, scammy things gone. What I want people to be able to do when they're ready is recognize that the hype is not what brings things to life. Hype is not when you place the paddles on a person's chest and say, clear, saying clear and getting a bolt of electricity in the wrong place on someone who doesn't need it doesn't accomplish the outcome that we witness, because we are missing the magic ingredient, the magic nugget of knowledge, what it's for, why it works, how it comes together, who adds the magic. This is a formula. And in the rush to find the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, tearing hell bent for leather through the forest with the scavenger hunt sheet in your hand, looking for each piece I need to get to the end and win, means that I'm going so fast that I'm not stopping to see the wonders all around me. Will I win the race? Maybe, maybe not. Will I arrive at the end educated, informed, aligned, mesmerized? Oh yeah. So then what was the purpose of the scavenger hunt? What was on my list to find? Was it a broken bottle top? Or was it a blue sky? So in this rush to reach this mythic pot of gold, in this crazy race, picture this. We are having extreme weather. It may or may not be caused by some specific set of circumstances we may or may not be part of. We are now, not we, but they are investing unimaginable amounts of money on something that raises the temperature and uses power for one specific purpose. Can it possibly, probably benefit people in the long run? One lives in hope. Yes. At what cost? If we raise the temperature by 3 degrees, if we deplete the water, if we deplete energy on that goal and ignore everything else, and it's going to be wonderful. You'll be fine. Don't you worry. We're busy, right? You'll be fine. Go to your room, go and play with your little friends, is what's going on. And while I understand it, I have been guilty of saying, not now, I'm busy. It's a lot of people saying, not now, I'm busy. And a lot of clumsy, awkward, sloppy mistakes that are costing people a great deal of concern appear to be the short-term outcome. So this is birthday month. I decree, Abby Mom decrees, this is birthday month. Yesterday was the first day of birthday month. And today I celebrated by thinking and listening and learning and prioritizing the things I love and see as possibilities. This month, I made notes. I organized myself. I chose to reprioritize. I rested. It's been a kind of a frantic couple of weeks, months. And today I said, today is birthday month day 2, and I am talking to you. Now, here's what I know. I know that high touch, by the way, the definition of high touch is humanity. Humanics. HUMANICS. The capacities and capabilities of human beings. High touch is our strength. It is not in opposition to high tech. It is the human element that keeps us grounded. It is the focusing rudder that keeps us on course. It is the bounce back comfort zone, knowing that when we leap in the air, The ground is going to be there, solid, welcoming, beneath our feet when we land. High touch has more power and has more priority and more value in the short, medium, and long term than high tech. High touch created high tech. High touch understands the concept of efficiency. High touch understands the power of connection, collaboration, engagement, commitment, communication, and transformation. That is high touch. That is who we are. And in birthday month, I invite you, I challenge you, I welcome you to make your maximum 5 high touch priority list. Innately human, feel good, feel connected, feel wanted, needed, seen, heard, valued objectives for this month. Your 5. What I do every day, once I've written them, I look at them and I say them out loud. I'm not manifesting, I'm welcoming them because they feel exactly right. 5 is the maximum. They can be anything you like. What I want us to do, all of us, tell your friends, LinkedIn user, tell all your LinkedIners. Abby Mom says, 5 high touch human outcomes, possibilities. And let's discuss them. Let's find out how together we can support, enable, encourage, cheer each other on. Is that a deal? Okay. I want to tell you a story that happened to me in one birthday month. I had survived a car accident that no one thought anyone would come back from. It was pretty scary. I had spent time in a hospital in a country that I didn't speak the language of. And on Christmas Eve, the delicacy they brought me for the first time to have solid food in the weeks that I had been in hospital, because I had landed on my face. The delicacy they brought me was liver. They didn't even grind it up. And then we were in Germany, and then they brought in a choir of German children to sing German Christmas carols to me. I got to tell you. And what I was looking forward to in that moment was not being there. What I was looking forward to in that moment was my birthday coming in birthday month, because it was also my prom. And I had vowed that I was going to find the joy. I was going to find the perfect dress. I was going to find the perfect accessories. And I was going to celebrate everything that represented who I am. And I did. I said, I want this and this and this and this and this. And I achieved them. Every day, I said to my mom and my dad, this is what is happening for prom. This is what I'm going to be wearing. This is what I'm going to be doing. This is what I'm going to be bringing. This is what it's going to feel like. And it happened. Because I was giving myself a party. I was giving myself a welcome back party to my month, to my beginnings of that year, as my prize, as my reward for surviving that accident. And then the very special Christmas I spent, which was the kindest, most generous thing they could have thought of doing. It was the best food for me. It was the best kind of connected entertainment for me. Would I have chosen it? No, Was I able to get through it? Yes. When I look back on it now, can I still experience and feel what that was like? Oh, yes. Am I grateful? Yes. Yeah, I am. I'm grateful for every single person who said, let's do this with her, for the Fraulein. Let's give the Fraulein something from us, with us, before her family. I wasn't allowed to have a lot of visitors. I was meant to be kept quiet so that I could heal, because it was pretty messy. My best friend at the time had gone home the week before. She had healed enough that they could send her home. She was in the accident with me. We had survived it together. We had spent those first crazy weeks together, and we had been on an adventure together. And it was from that beautiful giving adventure that we had accidentally found ourselves in the middle of this moment of shock and awe. And so she came, of course, and visited the next day. And we how was your Christmas Eve? And I told her, and she laughed, and I laughed. And it was at prom that I said, I'm walking here. It was birthday month. I said, I'm walking here. Every one of us, we can take in what is being said. We can recognize what is being done. We can celebrate or prepare for or against. We can align or not. What we do not need to do, are not required to do, no one has demanded that we do, is allow those energies and those attitudes and those ideas to winkle their way in, to filter in, to leave an aftertaste in the water we're drinking, in the air we're breathing, in the visions we're seeing of the world around us. That is not permission granted automatically by us. The freedom of all of that to swing its fists stops before our nose. They do not have automatic permission to alter us. We are our own entities. We can choose to say, I'm walking here, even if it's with a limp, even if we need help. Especially we need help. We always need help. We always benefit. We are always bigger. We always grow. We always thrive. We always thrive in high touch. Always. Never not. I became, accidentally sideways, the original unassuming stealth rebel mom, most famous on television. Hadn't been my intention. Got there by who knows how many accidents and design. Looked at what was going on and said, I see what is expected of me, and I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do it this way, because I am the original rebel, stealth rebel. I have the ancestry to prove it. I do it my way because my way brings the most joy. And the most joy is the best thing ever. That is what I bring all the time, every day, awake and asleep. And it's selfish. I'm the one who wants to live in the sensation of joy. You get the ripple effect. You get the benefits of what it is that I want. When I do consulting with my clients, any of my clients who are here today, watching today, That includes you, Mr. Eddie. That includes you, Miss Maggie. That includes you, Susan, if you're watching. That includes a whole bunch more of you who I won't mention. In the midst of the goal that you had in mind, have in mind, is in mind, you got a whole lot of other stuff. You got a whole lot of joy. You still get a whole lot of joy. The joy is what elevates. The joy is what causes you to take in the deep breath full of all the good stuff and gives you the energy to say, tally ho, let's go. I don't coach. I realign. I don't make you go where I want you to go. I listen to you and I help you choose the path you need to get where you want to go. I use the stories. I use the navigation tools that my ancestors used. Vikings had no written language. It's easier to keep secrets that way. Why should I tell them? And so what I bring to people is the highest touch humanics experience they've ever had. And they are realigned. And they walk away filled with a fresh capacity to redesign what they want, why they want it, how they want it, when and where. They take away all the power. No one is holding them hostage. This is what I bring. It's called the lion effect. And the end result is what you thought you were going to have to do because so many people told you gets to be flipped, and you get to do it your way. Pivotry in motion. This is my gift twice a week, every week. This is ABCAST, episode 450. Free, worldwide. Tune in. YouTube, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook. TikTok soon, as soon as I can figure it out. It's a little confusing. Somebody said, can you edit it down? I have no idea. I'm just talking. I'm letting the magic come out. Whatever is coming is coming. We could clean up your opening. I'm sure you could. Do we all remember the morning when I said hello and the screen went black? And everybody went, what? And then it came back and I'm, hello? What was that? This is the reality. This is the reality. This is my office in my little apartment. I'm on the 15th floor overlooking Ottawa, Canada's beauty. I am the original stealth rebel TV mom. Apparently, I have mommed a lot of you. Doesn't feel like it to me. If anything has happened to you because of you can't do that on television and my participation in it, if any part of your life has changed, imagine how much more can be changed when you invite me into your world, your office, your group, your family, your neighborhood. Imagine the possibilities. Was this a commercial? Hello, have we just met? This is me telling you the gifts come to you in birthday month. Birthday month is my gift to all of us. Seize the day, seize the moment, seize the slice. And if you're not sure how, if you need the finesse, if you need the training, if you need the technique, if you need the tools and you don't know where they are, hello, we could talk. The lion effect. It's who we all are. We just have to breathe life back into it. Pivotry in motion is our unique and special gift, our ability to say, and I'm going this way. Because we can. And that is it for now today. I'm going to see you next week. It's birthday month all month. It's also, for some of us celebrating, is a special holiday weekend. For some of us celebrating, it is an opportunity to buy perfectly normal eggs and color them and then hide them in the garden? Or just go and buy chocolate? Whatever it is you're planning to do this weekend, please remember two things. Be good to you, because you deserve it. And the second is, be good to your loved ones. Hug them. They deserve it too. I am so grateful to you for doing this, for being here, for coming back, for telling your friends. Without you, this whole thing is a rehearsal. Shakespeare said, all the world's a stage, and all the men and women merely players. We make our entrances and our exits. He never talked about the audience, the silly man. The audience is all the reason that we came. You are the reason I'm here today. And I will catch you next time. Does that seem like a fair deal?